I'm live. Hi, y'all here. Welcome to our very first live stream. Um, we are. There's been a lot of questions being asked of for me, and for Breed, and so we're gonna try these live streams so we can answer all your questions at once instead of having to answer everyone's email or Instagram DMs and Facebook DMs. There's a lot of exciting things going on at Breed right now that I'm really happy about sharing with you. We have sort of a new growth spurt starting this last January. It's a new year and a new breed. Um, One of the things that I've wanted to do for a long time was to start a breed magazine to showcase our members' work because there's so much good work coming out of our breed members. So we finally have gotten those wheels in motion, and our first magazine will be launched on June 1st. There is a big launch party in New York City. Someone asked if it's where it is, and that's kind of a secret, but it is in New York City for sure. On and around June 1st, and the magazine will be printed. It's online as well. Um, Portfolio building days are still going strong. We are actually offering a huge discount today for people who if you buy 2 classes, you get a 30% discount. If you buy 3 classes, you get a 40% discount. If you buy 4 classes, you get a 50% discount. And you can click on the links below and take advantage of that. They're pretty special. I don't know if any of you have gone out and tried to put together a shoot with renting a studio, especially in New York, and getting agency signed hair, makeup, and wardrobe stylists for under $2,500. We're offering these classes for a fourth or a quarter of that price, so I think it's a really good deal. It's even less than that, really. So all of our teams are working professional hair, makeup, and wardrobe stylists. Our models are signed models with New York City agencies, and it's a great opportunity for you to come and build your book and also make friends and create bonds with people who you can carry on a relationship afterwards and get feedback from your fellow peers. We've also started a private, it's called a secret group on Facebook, which is actually kind of fun. I've been on there. That's probably where I'm sort of sitting the most. I get sort of inundated with Instagram DMs and questions on my Facebook fan page that's got quite a few followers, and I just can't answer all of them, and also like run a business and be an artist and live a life and all that. So I am on the secret group though a little bit, and it's really fun so far. People are sharing their work, and people are like following each other and getting involved, and it's super cool. So it's hard for us to know who you are. If you want to add your name at the bottom or your email that you signed into Facebook with in the comment section, or email us at hello@jointhebreed.com. We'll make sure to add you onto that secret group if you're a Breed member. It's for Breed members only. And if you cancel your subscription, you get kicked out of the secret group. What else? We have a retouching DVD coming out from David Nealance, who's an exceptional retoucher, and this DVD is about dodging and burning, which, if you don't know, you should know that retouching needs to be done in a correct way for fashion and beauty. You can't be adding filters and these other gimmicky things that make things look horrible. So he's going to teach about retouching for fashion and beauty the correct way, and that DVD is going to be coming out within the next couple of weeks. I think we're having a pre-sale, get it first discount coming soon, which will also be announced on Join the Breed soon. And one more thing before, Breed's Guide to Modeling. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to check it out. Ali Stepka and I got together and went in the studio and talked a lot about the modeling industry and like posing guidelines and how to get a model to emote. And Ali spoke a lot about how to break into modeling the correct way, how to avoid scams, how to sign with the right agency, what to expect from your agency, all kinds of like inside industry tips. I think it's good for photographers to know about the modeling industry, and it's obviously a good tool for any new face or young up and coming or want to be model to get a copy of this downloaded. It's not expensive, and it's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it. It's good energy there. So I'm going to start in on some questions here. I'm sorry, I need my glasses. All that. Robert from Seattle said, I saw on your Instagram where you traded in your Nikon D800 for the 750. Why were you unhappy with the D800, and are you happier with the D750? Yeah, I did. I traded in that D800. I was never happy with the camera, and I've been a Nikon user since 1982. When I switched from a Canon AE1 and bought my first, what I felt was my camera, and I think it was an FE or an FM. I'm not sure, but it was a long time ago. But I switched from Canon to Nikon because all my heroes, David Bailey, was like they were shooting Nikon, so I wanted to be like them. And I've been using Nikon ever since. So I got this D800 in 2012, and I was really excited about it. It was 36 pixels. It had video capability, and it was reasonably priced for a Nikon professional camera. And the camera, I had so many focusing issues with it, and I always blamed it on the lenses. And even when I would take it in and say, like, why is it back focusing on my wide, like anything wider than an 85, it would have these focusing issues. And I like to shoot wide. I like to shoot fashion wide, and it was really limiting to me. And instead of blaming the camera, I blamed the lenses, or I don't know, maybe I blamed myself. And finally, I had a photographer tell me that he almost threw in his career over the D800, and I thought, wow, he complained about the same things I did. And my last shoot with it was the Black Dahlia, and he helped me. He was assisting me on that shoot, and I actually helped me troubleshoot some of those focusing issues. And the next day, I literally got up at 9 a.m. and was at Sammy's Camera in Hollywood at like 10 and traded it in for a 750. And I love that camera. I love the 750. I love Nikon. It's not Nikon's fault. It's just, everybody makes mistakes once in a while. I'm not happy. I heard they fixed a lot of the issues in the 810. For me, I'm kind of going back to old school ways in my work, and I don't find that I need all this complicated stuff that's on these cameras now. I just want something that I can control my aperture and my shutter, and give me a few options within that. Those things, it's just like let me please shoot. That's really I want it when I release the shutter. I just want the thing to go off and to be focused if I want it focused. So I went with a more uncomplicated camera, I suppose, instead of going to the D810 or the D5, I guess it is now. I just didn't find I needed all of that. Plus, it's so heavy, and I like to shoot without a tripod, and it gets to be a lot when you're holding that thing in your hand for 8 hours. Raquel from London said, I've noticed you're not really shooting many editorials these days. Is there a reason for this? Is it because magazines don't pay? Yeah, that is one of the motivating factors. It's also, I feel like the quality of the magazines have really gone downhill. I feel like I was spending a lot of money on my side in production to be published by a magazine that wasn't really valuing my work anymore. I mean, like, I had a couple of incidences a couple of years ago where like I was hired or brought on to shoot an editorial based on my rock and roll style and the way I shoot men, and everything was okayed, and then when I turned in the images, they wanted me to retouch like eyeliner off the guys, and like it just became so tedious. And it's like magazines that aren't even around anymore, and they're here today, gone tomorrow, or they're not print, or they're only online, or they charge you to send you a copy of your own magazine that you just put thousands of dollars into shoot. It's just like, nah. I got like a little bit burned out by that fact. And then also, I've just decided to focus more on shooting for myself and to sell my work as an artist and not. I don't need the exposure at this point in my career. I'm not saying that magazines aren't valuable and good for you to get exposure with. They are, and if the right magazine came along and hired me, I would consider it if I was into the magazine, but I'm not out searching and submitting and that sort of thing. So I hope that sounded okay. Angelica wrote from, I don't know where Angelica's from. She said, thanks so much for writing the blog, but I've noticed it can't be accessed anymore. You need a username and password. What's happening with it? It's been really helpful for me for learning tips and learning more about the industry. Well, and Angelica, I left the blog 3.5 years ago, and I started Breed. So I hope you're watching this, but I now own Breed. It's jointhebreed.com, and it's basically I left. I don't contribute to the fashion photography blog anymore, and I did notice that it was down. So I don't know what's going on because I'm not any part of that. But you're certainly welcome to join the Breed. Let's see what else. Do we have any other? Question from Frankie M. Hi, Melissa. Thanks so much for doing this. Do you have any suggestions for photographers like me who want to break into more serious fashion photography? Right now, I have a decently high following on Instagram, 27.5K followers, but I feel like I've been stuck in a bubble. Most of the posts that models and brands I work with like are the super casual test shoots, models in Calvin Klein underwear or natural light portraits, for example. Do you think it'd be worth the money to hire a stylist out of my own pocket to do something different and new, or should I stick with what I do best if it's working for me? I'm open to any suggestions you might have. Yeah, I think I haven't seen your work, Frankie M. I mean, if you want to get go back to the question, if you want to get if you want to get more serious fashion photography, as you quote it, quote unquote, you absolutely need to work with a stylist, and it can't be testy looking shoots, and it can't be models in just underwear or natural light portraits. I mean, you know, Instagram's a funny place, and I'm not of this generation that the internet came out when I was already like in my late 30s, so like I don't put much stock in it per se. You can throw up a picture of a half-naked girl and get a ton more likes than you can of a picture that's really well executed with fabulous styling. And that's just the way the masses work. They always have. Sex sells, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing new there. If you want to be taking serious fashion photography, you better get some serious fashion stylists. That's what fashion photography is. I've said it over and over and over and over again, like for 8-9 years now. Fashion photography is the business of selling fashion. Fashion, not models, not nudity, fashion, clothing. So yes, I would suggest definitely getting access to, obtaining the information of, and hiring those stylists, or working out some kind of a mutual trade where they get pictures, you get good styling, and up your game that way. I can't tell you about how to work your Instagram. I don't really think Instagram's that awesome, but that would be somebody that would have more insight on how social media can build your brand. We have another. Did you ask more? Oh. We have a question from someone whose name I can't pronounce. Is my workshop only in New York City, or do I have any plans to come to Toronto? No, I don't have any plans to go anywhere but New York City. I don't have any plans for any future workshops. I'm holding one May 19th, 20th, and 21st in New York City. I'm putting a lot of effort into this one. I don't plan on doing these many more times in the future. I haven't done one in 2 years. I just got inspired because I came across this location scout slash producer in New York who can find me like an incredible set or build me a replica of, and I thought it'd be great to sort of show people how to work within a set with 4 to 6 different lights and really make it complicated, and also show like you know high fashion stuff. It's a very fashion oriented. And then the third day, which is pretty much sold out, there's one seat left for that. It's an editorial shoot day where we actually work with you weeks before the shoot on with you get your own assigned stylist, and you send us a mood board and we figure out your looks, and then you get published in my magazine, Alice. Speaking of magazines. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I started a magazine too, was I thought, well, fuck it. If I'm going to submit to these magazines that are going to rip my work apart and just put it any old way they deem possible, and I've just spent $750 producing this shoot for them, I might as well spend $750 and do a shoot that I have total control over. I mean, that was one of my incentives, also because I love rock and roll, so I wanted to sort of bring that highlight back. Okay, we have another question? Oh. Oh, okay. The workshop in New York is going to be held in 2 different locations, and the first day is all about looking at your portfolio, reviewing your portfolio, seeing where your strengths and weaknesses are, and working with you on your goals of how to take that to the next level, and then also we'll get a industry speaker to come in. I'm hoping to work with this agent who who represents fashion photographers, for her to come in and talk to you guys about how to market yourselves and how important it is to have an agent. And then the day 2 is the group where we're going to work on a set. We're either going to work on a set or we're going to shoot in a location like an abandoned church in Brooklyn. I'm going in between the 2 things right now. Someone wrote and asked if Breed. They're very excited about the magazine, and are you going to provide poll letters? At this point, no, we're not. It's going to be our first issue, and we're hoping that we're going to start out quarterly. That's what we're testing right now. We'd like to actually do it monthly, but for the beginning phase, we're going to do quarterly. And right now, we're not going to provide poll letters for you, but in the future, that will be something that we will definitely provide. So right now, no, is the short answer to that. Oh, it's coming out June 1st. The magazine's coming out. It's launching June 1st. It's a fashion and beauty magazine, and we're also going to have a column by makeup artist Rachel Toledo, who's going to talk about looks. It's the theme is for the Breed magazine's first issue is summer. So it needs to have a warm, outdoorsy. It can be indoors. It can be your take on summer. I did a summer shoot using bathing suits with couture pieces. So like a one-piece black swimsuit with a Chanel jacket and a Prada handbag. I mean, it can really be any interpretation you want. I don't really shoot lifestyle summery stuff, so but I have shot summer shoots, so you can definitely give it your bent and your interpretation, and I'm really looking forward. We've already gotten some great submissions. I'm actually super excited about it, and the creative director who's doing the layout is someone I've known and worked with for like 20 years, and he's doing a great job. I mean, like, he's super excited. We talk about it almost every day. We're just ideas and graphics and layout ideas, so it's an exciting process. I love kind of the magazine process. Matthew L. What are some free or inexpensive resources to enhance your shoot? Either wardrobe, set design, people, anything. Set design doesn't normally isn't I mean, Home Depot's a cheap way to do stuff, and you can MacGyver anything. And I'm a big fan of doing stuff on a budget, only because why spend the money if you don't have to? Um, I mean, anything you can work. It's the way you angle something. You can trade anything. You can trade a location and send and then go back and shoot location shots for the company, and let them use it on their social media or in their store or give them a print. You can do that with boutiques in your area, like clothing boutiques. Hair and makeup models. There's always somebody out there in any city that's looking to get into this business that you can test with, and you shouldn't have to pay them for their services unless you're at the next level where your book is at a place in a plateau, and you want to take it to another level where you need to start hiring like better stylists. But I would just up your game and like perfect your pitch and try to go after locations and people that you can actually, just do trade with, right? I mean, and also locations is a great way to make your work look really interesting. Go out, look for great locations, go and talk to the people, offer to do something for them. I hope that helped. Richard Maloof. Hi, thanks for being available for answering questions. My question is about submitting a fashion editorial to exclusive magazines. I would like to know if it's okay to post a BTS video of the shoot that is being submitted on social media. I've read that any publication to social media may be reason for the magazine to pull your submission. Some people are saying that it's okay because it's not a still, it's a video. This is causing me some problems personally. I do not want to take a chance after editing a dozen photos. It seems to be a gray area, and as a photographer, I feel I should know the bottom line. Can you please give me some more insight on this? Richard, I've followed the rule of like don't post anything about the shoot. Video, behind the scenes. They get magazines back in the day. I don't know how. Probably still, they get pretty secretive about what clothing they're putting in, like that editorial, and they want to be the first magazine to debut a piece or debut a look, and they don't want other people seeing what they're doing. And even a model getting ready and like maybe like checking her lipstick in the mirror if she's wearing a jacket that's going to be published can upset a magazine editor. So I would stick to don't post anything about the shoot until it's published. And I know that's hard. Trust me, I've been on, the photographer's end many, many times as you shoot something in June and it's not going to get published until October, and you're just sitting there for months waiting for this magazine to publish your story, and you can't put anything new on your social media. But that's just kind of part of the good and the bad of all of it. I would stick to not publishing anything and not really talking much about it. You can say you're on set, maybe show, your assistant doing a lighting test, or you can kind of brag about it, or, announce that you're shooting for such and such magazine, which will make your fans interested and pique their interest on, when's it coming out. But I wouldn't post anything real specific that the magazine could get upset about. I've had that happen. I had an assistant post a picture of a behind the. He shot a picture of the monitor, of the Digitech, and you couldn't really make out what was going on, but you could see enough. And the editor fucking screamed at me the next morning after she saw it on Instagram and said that the whole shoot would come down if I didn't get a hold of him immediately and have him remove it. So. Every magazine's different. For my magazine, Alice, I don't care. I'm like, just post away, show it all. I don't care. But I'm not, I've been doing this a long time. I'm not like so anal about stuff. But like Harper's Bazaar and magazines like that, they get real, real upset. So you gotta be really careful. I hope that answered your question. Is there another one? No. Oh. There's one coming in. Oh, so somebody's asking about the shot of the month. So I've taken over the the choosing of the weekly showcase, and it's really exciting. I like being in charge of that now. I get to see everyone's work that's submitted, and I'm choosing the images that are in the weekly showcase. Back, speaking of the blog, I used to do a shot of the month or shot of the week. Sorry, and I really enjoyed that. So I decided to do a shot of the month. So I was going to take all of the winners from the weekly showcase, all 4 weeks, and then choose one that's going to be the shot of the month. It'll go out on all our social media. The photographer linked to his website, his or her website. We're going to offer like prizes, discounts, or not discounts, but we're going to be doing giveaways, and we're partnering right now with a lot of really cool brands. So you'll get either like free downloads or free access to a class or free gifts, free swag from some of our partners. So I suggest you guys, and especially, how many times do people ask me, can you look at my work? Well, this is a good way to get me to look at your work. Every week I'm looking at your submissions for the weekly showcase. And shot of the month, I'm also going to be critiquing the shot and why I chose it, why I think it works, why I think it's cool, that sort of thing. So you'll get like a critique from me. Yeah, are there any beach classes? Yes, Lucas Passmore is teaching a beach class in Laguna for someone who just asked about a beach class. Lucas is teaching in June, and I believe it's on Breed. Can somebody give me the date on that? It's a Friday beach day in Laguna, followed by a Saturday portfolio building day. You can find it in Breed classes and the hyperlink at the top in the nav. Yeah. Huh? Saturday portfolio building day. Uh-oh. Yeah. So I think that's it for right now. We're just testing this, hoping that it works, and thank you for coming in and watching this, and just submit your questions below for the future sessions, and other people besides myself will be doing this because, as you all know, I love being in front of the camera. So have a great day. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. There you